Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Reactor, and this is Quinn, and today's article comes from abcnews.com. .go.com. Dog shoots man, man survives, defends dog. He didn't mean to do it, he's a good dog. It's funny, like, if you're a dog and you accidentally shoot someone, they won't charge you.
This sounds fake, but it sounds great.
Great for who? A dog named Charlie shot a man named Tex on the way back to a jackrabbit hunt in the New Mexico desert. It went through my ribs, my lungs, and busted up my collarbone on the right side, victim Tex Harold Gilligan told ABC. Oh, that's Gilligan? I knew I recognized that guy. Told ABC News. I had a gaping hole, you know, and a lot of blood there, too, Gilligan said. I could see the blood and I felt it, he said. Yeah, that's Gilligan, right? He's old now.
That sounds so bad.
Gilligan, 74, was left with 3 broken ribs, an injured lung, a broken collarbone, and 3 very agitated dogs, Charlie chief among them. Charlie chief among them? Agitated dogs, like the dogs were mad? Why'd you shoot him, bro? Gilligan said he had loaded up his pickup truck with his gun and his trio of dogs, Charlie, Scooter, and Cowboy, climbed into the driver's seat and headed out to the desert west of Las Cruces to hunt jackrabbits. Charlie, a 120-pound Rottweiler mix, got his foot in the trigger of the gun, caught the trigger, and blasted a shot at his unsuspecting owner, who said that at first he thought he'd been hit by a sniper from a distance. Shotgun blast?
So is it a shotgun or a rifle? It seems like it's a rifle.
Hunting jackrabbits with a rifle?
People don't do that, do they?
I don't know. I feel like you would blow it up. Right?
I don't know.
I feel like some sort of rabbit shot for a shotgun.
I mean,
right?
I feel like people could use like a 22 rifle for rabbits.
A BB gun,
But
a 22 BB gun.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know about a rifle, man. You can blow up a rabbit.
right.
I thought, who was that? Gilligan told ABC News. I was there, isolated, nobody was around. Gilligan said he normally doesn't bring his cell phone along when he's hunting, but due to recent heavy rains, he decided to bring it in case he needed to call his kid if he got stuck in the rain. He rolled out of his truck and called 911, so he doesn't normally bring his phone with him, like...
In the middle of the desert with a gun on him.
Like, I don't understand. Like, I mean, he wants to be secluded, but the cell phone will save his life. He's lucky he had it with him, or else we would have never known this story. And,
Right.
And what would we be talking about right now? You know?
They would probably rule his death as some sort of weird homicide
Missing
with
person.
no evidence of a person doing
His dogs would have died
it. Right.
for shooting him. Like, hey, don't shoot the guy who can drive you home.
I don't even think that the dog would have been brought up on murder charges. They wouldn't have even been able to take a paw print off the trigger or even known it was a paw print.
You're
They would
right.
have just been like, it was obviously a
Like
person.
a
They
suicide.
robbed him, but they didn't
This
get...
was some
like,
sort
he
of
didn't-
suicide.
Or suicide. Yeah, it went wrong.
What he did was he placed his gun in the back of the truck and then sat in the driver's seat and shot himself.
Right.
Yeah. It doesn't sound like it was life-threatening, right?
It does to me. It went
Oh, he
through
said he
his
had a
lung.
hole. Yeah, you're right.
It sounded pretty
Jesus.
bad. It's cringy.
I bet he brings his phone with him when he hunts now. Law enforcement officers from the Doña Ana County Sheriff's Office, the New Mexico State Police, and U.S. Customs and Border Protection responded to the scene and found Gilligan lying next to his truck with a gunshot wound to the chest. Jeez. Yeah, and that gunshot wound's not going to go away. If he lives, he's going to have that hole. Yeah, that's like one of the scarier things. Surviving is sometimes scary, you know? I don't want to live with a giant hole in my shoulder or something, or through my chest. The investigation to date appears to suggest that Charlie, who was riding at the front seat of his truck, slipped and got his claw caught on the trigger of the shotgun. Oh, he was in the front seat. Yeah, I bet he doesn't get shotgun anymore. Oh, shotgun.
Oh.
Get it? Wow. I didn't even think about that at first. Apparently, Mr. Gilligan had placed his gun in the floorboard of the truck with the butt of the gun on the floorboard, Jameson said. Gilligan first told the dispatch that he accidentally shot himself. The investigation is being handled as an accidental shooting, Jameson told ABC News. Gilligan was taken to an area hospital where doctors determined it would be best to leave the bullet inside him for fear of damaging his pierced lung. I probably already read this quote, right? The incident left him with 3 broken ribs, a punctured lung, and a broken scapula, Jameson said. In the end, Gilligan maintained a healthy sense of humor about his colorful ordeal. I never thought that this would happen, Gilligan told ABC News, laughing. It's an interesting story. A dog shot a man. Gilligan said he has long since forgiven Charlie. Charlie did not mean to do it, he said. He's a good dog.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if a dog bites someone, it's like, okay, the dog's violent. If a dog shoots someone, it's like, what? Like,
right.
That dog didn't know a gun would hurt someone.
It was probably accidental. If it was premeditated in any way, because some dogs are pretty smart, it would be a terrible, terrible story.
Yeah, and this video has nothing to do with the article, so I'm not even going to read that. But yeah, here's Gilligan.
The survivor of what...
So it went through right there.
Could have been
Jesus.
A fatal shooting. But who knows what kind of... He didn't...
It doesn't say what kind of shot. Well, he said he had a hole. I don't know, man.
I mean...
And you know what? It said keep the bullet in. Right?
Maybe while they were operating.
To leave the bullet inside him.
Oh, forever.
It was a bullet. No, but I'm saying, was it...
Right.
Was it...
Like one
was
of
it
the... Was it buckshot?
Yeah, like
and it was
what I'm
like
saying.
one of the
was it
balls
pellets?
of it.
Was it a shotgun shell, or was it a round? Sounds like it was a round.
I don't know, like how much drinking was going on before this happened, because it sounds like something that happens when you're like kind of intoxicated or something.
Yeah, maybe he goes out to the desert and says, "No DUIs out here.
No safeties, no DUIs, no
just me and my dogs.
Yeah,
drinking beers.
No accidents." Yeah, so I would imagine that no one really bother you if you're out in the middle of the desert drinking beer with your dog with gun. No one's going to care what you're doing out there.
But yeah, so what if he's lying and he shot himself and he just doesn't want anyone to know?
That's
you
always
know?
a possibility.
Blame it on the dog, like when a dog farts. It was him. I'm not an idiot. It was him.
You know, anything's possible. I know this place where they're talking about, the Las Cruces Desert. It's the middle of nowhere. It's like you feel like you're like, there's no cities nearby there, really.
Yeah, if you didn't have a cell phone, you would be dead.
Yeah. So
it's crazy.
again, good to carry that.
Yeah, always have a cell phone. You never know. Always have a knife too. I was thinking that. You know,
it's probably good.
He could have stabbed the dog after it shot him.
It's probably one of the best things you could bring with you into any survival situation, and countless survival shows always tell you,
a folding knife, though.
Bring a knife, something
not a giant sword knife.
Anything that would lock in place, or anything that you can sharpen that's not cheap metal. But a knife, I've even seen the shows where they put people out in the middle of nowhere, practically naked,
naked and afraid,
and you can bring one thing with you. So it's funny to see like what some of these people bring with them, you know.
For bring a knife.
It's like
a knife.
I think I even said this before.
Well, you can make a knife blade. I feel like if I was going into some like island for a show, and they said you could bring one item, I might not bring a knife because I'd be thinking like I could make a knife out of something.
Right.
I mean, it wouldn't be a perfect knife, but I don't need to stab things. I just need to cut things, you know?
Right.
So what else would be more important? I don't know. I would probably bring my cell phone, or maybe a Game Boy.
Right. Well, most survival people will just use nature to make their knife. They'll make it out of stone or whatever. Yeah, so it's funny to see some of these people on this show, they'll bring like goggles. It's like so they can fish better and stuff.
So they can see the fish and not be able to catch them.
Right.
How would you bring I would bring maybe fishing line with a hook on it, if they allowed that.
Right.
Just the string, so I can throw it in there and be like, catch fish. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe a spear. Oh, that's where a knife comes in handy. You can tie it to a stick and catch fish that way.
Right.
Though I've never spear fished. I don't know how easy that is. Yeah. You have anything else you want to say?
No.
Oh, well, that's it for the video. Apparently this guy got shot by his dog. Poor dog probably feels terrible, But other than that, like the video if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Should the dog get the death penalty? And aside from that, check our Patreon link in the description if you want to help us, because that would be awesome. Thanks for watching.